Welcome to this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on stratification and differentiation. In this video we're going to look at the relationship between life chances and gender. Gender significantly impacts life chances, influencing various aspects of an individual's opportunities and outcomes throughout their life. In the UK, sociologists have extensively researched how gender affects education, employment, income, health and social mobility. In this video we're going to look at some of the key findings from this research on the impact of gender on life chances in the UK. Gender plays a crucial role in educational attainment and experiences. Historically, girls were often disadvantaged in the education system, but in recent decades there has been significant shifts. According to research by the Department for Education, girls consistently outperform boys at GCSE and A-level examinations, and despite this academic success, it does not always translate into equal opportunities in higher education and beyond. Sociologists have found that gender stereotypes and societal expectations influence subject choices. Research by Archer et al. Indicates that boys are more likely to choose subjects such as mathematics, science and engineering, which are traditionally associated with higher paying careers. In contrast, girls are often steered towards humanities and social sciences, which may lead to lower paying jobs. These gendered subject choices contribute to the persistence of occupational segregation and income disparities between men and women. Employment is a critical area where gender significantly impacts on life chances. Despite progress towards gender equality, women in the UK continue to face substantial challenges in the labour market. Research by the Institute for Fiscal Studies highlights that women are more likely to be employed in part-time, low-paid and insecure jobs compared to men. This employment pattern is partly due to the disproportionate burden of unpaid care work that women often bear, including childcare and responsibilities for the elderly. The gender pay gap remains a persistent issue. According to the Office for National Statistics, women in the UK earn on average 17.3% less than men. This pay gap is influenced by various factors, including occupational segregation, differences in working hours, and discrimination. Women are underrepresented in senior and leadership positions, a phenomenon often referred to as the glass ceiling. Research by Ryan and Haslam on the glass cliff further reveals that women who do reach leadership roles are more likely to be appointed to precarious positions where the risk of failure is higher. The impact of gender on income extends beyond the workplace. Women are more likely to experience poverty and economic insecurity, particularly single mothers and older women. Research by the Women's Budget Group shows that austerity measures and welfare cuts have disproportionately affected women, exacerbating gender inequalities in income and economic stability. These economic challenges limited women's life chances by restricting their ability to invest in education, healthcare and other resources that enhance their quality of life. Gender also affects health outcomes and access to healthcare. While women tend to live longer than men, they often experience higher rates of chronic illness and disability. Sociologists examine how social determinants such as employment conditions, income and family responsibilities contribute to these health disparities. Research by the Health Foundation indicates that women in low-paid, insecure jobs are more likely to suffer from mental health issues and stress-related illness. Access to healthcare services is another area where gender plays a role. Women may face barriers such as long waiting times for reproductive health services, limited access to mental health support, and the impact of caregiving responsibilities on their ability to seek medical care. These challenges can exacerbate health inequalities and reduce life chances for women. Gender impacts on social mobility, with women facing unique barriers that can hinder their upward movement in society. Research by the Social Mobility Commission highlights that women from disadvantaged backgrounds are less likely to experience upward social mobility compared to men. Factors such as educational attainment, employment opportunities and family responsibilities interact to create a complex landscape of gender disadvantage. Women who achieve educational success and enter professional careers often encounter the motherhood penalty. Research by Correll et al. Shows that mothers are perceived as less competent and committed than their childless counterparts, leading to discrimination in hiring, promotions, and salary increases. This penalty contributes to the persistent gender gap in social mobility and economic stability. Pierre Bourdieu's concept of cultural capital is relevant in understanding how gender impacts life chances. Cultural capital refers to the non-financial social assets that promote social mobility, such as education, intellect, style of speech, and appearance. Gender norms and expectations influence the accumulation and deployment of cultural capital. Research by Diane Ray illustrates how gender shapes the experiences and opportunities available to boys and girls in educational settings. Boys are often encouraged to be assertive and competitive, traits associated with higher status roles, while girls are socialised to be compliant and nurturing, which may limit their aspirations and opportunities. These gendered expectations affect how individuals navigate educational and professional environments and influence their life chances. To address gender disparities in life chances, various policy interventions have been implemented in the UK. These include measures aimed at promoting gender equality in education, employment, and healthcare. For example, the introduction of shared parental leave aims to encourage more equitable distribution of caregiving responsibilities between men and women, thereby supporting women's participation in the labour market. The gender pay gap reporting regulations require employers to publish data on gender pay disparities within their organisations. This transparency is intended to hold employers accountable and promote efforts to close the gender pay gap. Additionally, policies promoting affordable childcare, flexible working arrangements, and anti-discrimination protections are crucial in addressing the structural barriers that limit women's life chances. In summary, gender significantly impacts life chances in the UK, influencing education, employment, income, health, and social mobility. Sociological research highlights the systemic nature of gender-based inequalities and the complex interplay of factors that shape women's and men's opportunities and outcomes. In attempting to address these inequalities, comprehensive policy interventions that tackle the root causes of gender disparities and promote a more equitable society have been introduced. By improving access to education, employment opportunities, and healthcare, and by challenging gender norms and stereotypes, it is possible to enhance life chances for all individuals regardless of gender. That concludes this Tutors to You Sociology topic video on stratification and differentiation, focusing on the relationship between life chances and gender. Thanks for watching.